I've raised a lot of money all over the country, but I've never given back to the city of Baltimore. So it was a beautiful thing. We served dinner. We had a good time. We fellowshiped. We just didn't want to make it like a place where you were just getting hounded and hounded. So we let you see people you haven't seen for a while, talk to people, tell you what our mission is, and then we'll just take it from there.
Ralph, what do you mean you've never given back to the city of Baltimore?
You know, I've raised money all over, Donnie. I've raised money here in Canton. I just finished a campaign with my wife that was United Way. It was 4.2 million, and I raised money for that. That was for United Way. I've raised money in Cincinnati when I was working with all these different nonprofits in Cincinnati, but I never worked with a nonprofit in Baltimore, or never even had an event. I've given money to certain things, like to the cookout and everything like that. I've given money, but I haven't raised money. You know, it's a difference between giving your money and raising your money, because when you raise your money, that means you're totally committed. You know, when you give your money, you can give your money, you can walk away. But when you're raising money and you continue to do that, that means you're highly committed to what you're doing. And I'd never done that in Baltimore. I've never done that in Baltimore. So this is an opportunity for me to do it the first time. In Cincinnati, 61 million with United Way. I mean, just a bunch of money that I've raised over the years. And I had a golf outing in Cincinnati that lasted for 8 years. And we raised over $110,000 in those 8 years and gave back to different programs for inner city kids, because I'm an inner city kid. So when you talk about giving back, my initial thing was always to give back to the inner city kids, because somebody gave for me when I was younger. I didn't know where it came from, but I got to go see the Bullets play. I got to go see the Orioles play. You know, I got to go to a couple hockey games. You know, I didn't pay for those tickets. Somebody gave back for us to go to those games and give and be able to see those things and be able for us to then have our dreams. You know, when I went to see the Baltimore Bullets, I knew that's what I wanted to do. I knew right then and there. I was playing baseball early in my life. I thought I wanted to be a baseball player, but when I went to sort of Bullets play, I knew I wanted to do that.
How about you, Chief Smith?